guys, this is Mr. Gloria and welcome to another Algebra 2 tutorial. For today, we're going to be working on something we call the solving equations. So let's look at the steps in solving equations. So technically, what we need to do is perform distributive property first. If there are any parentheses in the given equations, you have to do that. And then simplify each side of the equation by combining like terms, okay, left side and right side. Then we're going to move variables to one side only, either on the left side of the equation or to the right side of the equation. And then finally, we're going to use the inverse operations to solve for the value of the given variable. Let's say, for example, number one, we have 6 times the quantity of n plus 5 is equal to 2. The first thing we need to do here is to distribute 6 inside the parentheses. So we're going to end up with 6 times n is 6n plus 6 times 5 is 30 equals 2. We're going to bring down 2. Then let's start solving it by using inverse operation. Plus 30, its opposite is minus 30 to both sides. Okay, so this is 0. Then I'm going to bring down 6n equals 2 minus 30 is negative 28. Then I'm going to divide both sides by 6. 6 and 6 cancels out. That's equals 1. And n equals negative 28 over 6. Or in lowest term, both or the denominator and the numerator are divisible by 2. So negative 28 divided by 2 is negative 14 over 6 divided by 2 is positive 3. So the value of n is negative 14 over 3. All right, so let's move on to another example. Here's example number 2. Kind of a fraction, 3 parentheses 5 minus 3x over negative 4 equals to negative 15. First thing you may want to do here is to cross multiply negative 14 and negative 15. So negative 4 times negative 15 makes positive, oops, my bad. That makes positive 16. So 60, I mean, equals 60. Then we're going to bring down 3 parentheses 5 minus 3x. Then now let's distribute. Okay, so 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times negative 3x is negative 9x equals 60. Now we're solving for x. So opposite of positive 15 is negative 15. So negative 15 on the other side as well. 15 minus 15 makes 0. Bring down negative 9x equals 60 minus 15 is 45. Then we're going to divide both sides by negative 9. Cancel. That equals 1. So our x is equals to negative 5. 45 divided by negative 9 makes a negative 5. All right, last example before we move to the next, not lesson, but sub-lesson here. So again, distribute. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times negative 7y is negative 14y minus 5 equals 111. Okay, so 4 minus 5 equals negative 1 minus 14y equals 111. And plus 1 on both sides. So now we have boom, cancel. And now bring down negative 14y equals 112. Then divide both sides by negative 14, negative 14, cancel. Then y is negative 112 over, oh, not negative, positive 14, because we made the 112 negative. So if you could please simplify this to get the value of y. If you need to pause the video, do that please. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. We're gonna skip this. It's almost exact same process. So let's try to do special cases. And why are these called the special cases? So we have 1 plus 3c equals 5, parenthesis 1 minus c, plus 8c. So first thing we need to do is distribute. So we're going to distribute that and that. Now we have 5 minus 5c plus 8c. Then I'm going to bring down 1 plus 3c. Then we have negative 5c plus 8c. That makes 5. That's a negative and a positive. So we subtract plus 3c. Then bring down 1 plus 3c. Now I want to move the c over to the left side of the equation. So minus 3c, minus 3c. Boom. Cancel, cancel. It so happened that the variable c is canceled out in here or eliminated in this given problem. So now we have 1, boom, and then 5. And I know that 1 is not equal to 5. So in this case, the answer will be no solution. Okay, no solution. Okay, again, the no solution ends up with both variable or the variable is being eliminated. All right, so another special case is right here. We have 40 minus 8x equals negative 8x minus 5. Now let's do the distributive property. So we're going to multiply that and that. Okay, so negative 8 times x is negative 8x. Negative 8 times negative 5 is positive 40. Then I'm going to bring down 40 minus 8x. In this case, I have plus 8x because I want to move all the x's to the left side of the equation. Negative 8x plus 8x is 0. Negative 8x plus 8x is 0. So both variable of the variable x is being canceled out in here or eliminated. But I end up with 40 equals to 40. If you remember earlier, we end up with c being eliminated, but the last equation is not equal. The left side is not equal to the right side. That's why there's no solution. Now, if you end up with two equal numbers or quantity, then it must be all real numbers. In some cases, they call it many solution, okay? Because all the numbers are part of the solution of this equation. All right, so moving on to the next part of the lesson, which is equations involving proportions. Okay, so just in case you need to digest or you need to repeat watching the video, go ahead and rewind to whatever part you want to repeat watching and do that till you get to have an understanding of the lesson. Okay, so in this case, we have proportions. 5 over 3 equals 2 over x plus 4. In a proportion, these two ratios are equal. And if they are equal, then we can do cross multiplication. Cross multiplication is like this. We're going to multiply 3 by 2. We're going to multiply x plus 4 times 5. So 5 times x plus 4 is 5 parenthesis x plus 4. equals 2 times 3 is 6. Then distribute. Boom, boom. 5 times x is 5x. 5 times 4 is 20, which is equals 6. Then we subtract 20 on both sides. Cancel. Bring down 5x equals negative 14. 6 minus 20 is negative 14. Then I'm going to divide both sides by 5. I end up with x equals negative 14 over 5. All right, so it's exact same process. Okay, distribute, move the variable in one side of the equation, use the inverse operations to solve for x. And the only additional here, since there's a proportion, is the cross multiplication. Okay, let's continue with our last problem today. Given 10 over 5x minus 9 equals 8 over 2x minus 8. Like I said, we're going to cross multiply those two. Okay, so we're going to end up with 10 parenthesis 2x minus 8 equals 8 parenthesis 5x minus 9. Then distribute 10 times 2x, 10 times negative 8. So we have 20x minus 80 equals, again, distribute. 8 times 5x is 40x. And 8 times 9 is 72, negative 72. So I'm going to subtract 40x here because I want all my variable on the left side of the equation. So that cancels out. Negative 20x minus 80 equals negative 72. Then I'm going to undo minus 80 in here. Opposite is plus or positive 80. Cancel. Bring down negative 20x, which is equals negative 72 plus 80 is positive 8. Then we're going to divide both sides by negative 20, leaving us with x equals, this is not divisible, so let's simplify this. Both numbers, the 8 and 20, are divisible by 4. Let's see, 8 divided 4 is 2 over 20 divided by 4 is negative 5. So x equals 2 over negative 5. Okay, so just like I said earlier, if you need to review watching the video, please do that. Okay, this is the end of our video tutorial for today. Practice, practice, practice. That makes you good in solving linear equations like this. Thank you. This is Mr. Gloria. Till our next video.
Yeah, I make decisions to glow. Ridiculous flow, potential to glow.